Hey everyone, guess what? Miley Cyrus is an adult now! Hi, Marc here from A Different Color. Today I'm going to talk about a subject that is everything to me. Music. And how the music industry is destroying it. Now, I know what you're going to say. Another person talking about Miley Cyrus's disgusting and vile act on stage at the VMAs the other night? Yeah, you're wrong. You're bad, and you should feel bad. This has nothing to do with Miley. Believe it or not. Now, don't get me wrong. My Facebook was inundated with posts about Little Miss Don't Tell My Heart, and I do feel the need to make a short statement on her, so here goes. Here's everything I have to say about the horrible display of shock theater that was Miley Cyrus's VMA performance. I didn't watch it, and I don't care. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you expect more? By all means you should, I guess. You've gotten so much from everyone else, why shouldn't I condemn Miss Cyrus to hell like the rest of you? Well, it's probably because she's just another in a long line of performers who did something provocative in order to get people to talk about her. And everyone kept saying, she's just doing this for attention. You're right. Got your attention, didn't it? You're a willing participant in her devious plot to stay relevant, right? I don't think it's that simple. This is the part where I tell you to burn all your Hannah Montana merch and to shun her to the deep depths of the corner of your basement. And then I start buying at you sheeple like a Ron Paul voter. I'm not going to do that either.
Get to the point already, Marc.
Fine. Jeez, forgive me for wanting a little bit of a build-up. So on with it. If I have nothing to say about Miley, what do I have to say of the topic in general? Simple. You've all been duped. See, this is my least favorite thing about the state of the music industry these days. It's far less about music and more about the people behind the highly processed auto-tune rehashed talentless songs. And this bothers me. Don't tell me you're only now realizing this. Lady Gaga has had more press about her music videos, her interviews, and her everyday hijinks than she has about her songs. The last Gaga song I remember for the song is Bad Romance. Telephone, Born This Way, Alejandro, don't remember them, but I do remember the music videos. Everyone was talking about her deep-throating rosary beads and the machine gun bra, or the fact that she drove the pussy wagon from Kill Bill. Which, by the way, I don't care who you are, that's just really cool. Hell, the other day Gaga was on Good Morning America, and the build-up to it was, what's she going to say? What will she wear? Find out soon. Okay, so what did she say? From what I've heard, she talked about her new album and single. And that's what she's supposed to be doing, right? She's a musician. But that's not why people love the so-called mother monster. They want her to come out with her tits encased in diamonds and her makeup on the back of her head with her hair covering her actual face. They wanted a freak show. So come on, Gaga, you can't expect to be taken seriously as a musician after you hatched out of an egg. What are you thinking? You're not a musician, you're a sideshow act that happens to have a soundtrack. Here's the thing though. Lady Gaga is the most talented musician amongst the new crop of pop stardom, with a close second going to Bruno Mars. She's a student of musical theater from NYCU's Tisch School of Art. That's pretty damn impressive. Look up the original performance of Poker Face by Stephanie Germanotta and be wowed as it's done a cappella with only her playing a piano. Much better than the techno mess she put out. So, she can actually sing, and write music. But who cares? When you pump out the shit she does with the attention-grabbing performances and the music videos, that would make Marilyn Manson blush? Your music becomes the last thing to talk about. So, Miley's label is doing the same thing with her. Why? Because Miley's music is awful. She doesn't have the musical chops to back up a legit music career. No do her other cohorts who are doing the same exact thing. If an auto-tuner can't even make you listenable, you should probably hang up your music career. Right, Nikki? But it's not about that. It's about the things they do. It's reality TV. It's the Jessica Simpson model of becoming famous. Disguise yourself as a music star, become a public wreck, then make a career off of being obnoxious so people can't stop talking about how awful you are. Yet they can't stop talking about you because you're interesting. Then you pump out another shitty album every 5 years just to say, "See, I'm a musician and not a sideshow act." It's a lie, though. You honestly don't think these major labels aren't doing this? Consider this. The music industry has lost a record amount of money over the past decade due to album sales going down versus album downloads going up. The only way to make a decent living anymore as a music artist is at live shows, interviews, and general merch. The actual music actually comes last. This actually is a function of the music industry's unwillingness to adapt to the culture of music pirating. The way they adapt by shoving music personalities down our throats MTV over the actual music. They would rather have someone be provocative because it's interesting, and for that reason, they make their money off the interviews, off the publicity, off the wall performances that follow. So they're a joke. There is no Miley, Nicki, Kesha, or any other song that will be remembered or played in bars 10 to 20 years from now. I fear Gaga will be treated the same way, but that's of her own doing. The only thing keeping her music relevant now is the gay club scene, and kudos to them for doing that. Keep her relevant, and maybe one of these days she'll get over the bullshit enough to make an album that's just for her. Once musicians do that and stop pandering to trends, that's usually when they become good. And I suppose that's a nice thing about rock music these days is no one takes it seriously enough anymore, so being yourself actually comes easier. Sure, you can pander by being the next 3 Days Grace, but even then, you can do just as much and make just as much money by making legit punk rock that people will find more sincere than your typical grunting, headbang with angry face radio rock. So, this is an outsider looking in point of view. So why Miley though? With all the crazy bullshit that's out there, why are we talking about Miley and how shocking she is? Well, a little mouse told me that it's something to do with her past. She dropped the big D and she's publicly dropping on D's now and dropping LSD. I'm sorry. I tried. Oh no, the former princess has grown up and is doing grown-up things like partying and paying taxes. I don't really. The point is, people are shocked to see a Disney princess turn out this way. Oh, how our collective memories fail you. So how do we stop this? Well, we can demand better. I like seeing fluke radio hits. I mean, where does Adele, Imagine Dragons, Fun, or Gautier fit in with Nicki Minaj or Selena Gomez? They don't. And I love it. See, I see those acts as the public demanding better and having it just eke through. But still, the industry has to push through the next Bieber album and try to make their money, so here's the next Bieber song. I guess I'm saying that this is a lot more technical than crazy Miley being Miley. But the solution is simple. Instead of complaining about how much Miley isn't a role model anymore, which when was she? Why not demand better? That being said, I kinda like that new Demi Lovato song. Let's talk about that instead. You know what? Fuck you guys.